China's much-debated Belt and Road Initiative is once again in the news, this time for its extension to Afghanistan. You heard that right, Afghanistan. The Chinese foreign minister, in fact, met with his Pakistani and Afghanistani counterparts. They pledged to work together on Afghanistan's reconstruction process. And this includes taking the China-Pakistan economic corridor to the Taliban-ruled state, the same country which does not have enough money to feed its own people. So what trade is China expecting from Afghanistan, and what is in it for Beijing? This has once again raised questions about China's ambitious project. And for those unversed, Xi Jinping launched the Belt and Road Initiative in the year 2013. A decade has passed by and the project is still in the making. China boasts of it as 21st century's Silk Road. Originally, it was devised to link East Asia and Europe through physical infrastructure. But over the years, the project has expanded to more than 140 countries. And these nations account for 2/3 of the world's population and 40% of the global GDP. And now, cash-strapped Afghanistan is also a part of the project. The project comprises a belt of overland corridors and a maritime road of shipping lanes, hence the name. I told you the project is ambitious, and one can only guess how much money has been spent. Analysts put the figure at $1 trillion, and experts predict BRI's lifetime cost to reach $8 trillion. But take that with a pinch of salt. Chinese firms are carrying out construction across the world, in fact, on an unparalleled scale. The largest of all projects is the China-Pakistan Railway, with an estimated spending of around $58 billion. It connects Kashgar in China's Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region to Pakistan's port of Gwadar. In fact, it is the most expensive BRI project so far. But China is vouching for it in hopes of reshaping trade and geopolitics. That is what the Belt and Road project really is all about. A Chinese Marshall Plan, a state-backed campaign for global dominance, and a massive marketing campaign for something that was already in motion, as in China's growing investment around the world. It is partnering with rich and poor countries alike. Countries like Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Malaysia, and now Afghanistan. And these countries are at serious risk of failing to repay their loans. Djibouti, Kyrgyzstan, Laos, the Maldives, Mongolia, Pakistan, Tajikistan are among the poorest in their respective regions. In fact, they owe more than half of all their foreign debt to China. Afghanistan may also meet a similar fate. And it makes it difficult to not speculate. Is China using debt-trap diplomacy to extract strategic concessions? Consider this. In 2011, China wrote off an undisclosed debt owed by Tajikistan. And what exactly did it demand in return? Over 1,100 square kilometers of disputed territory. That's right. Land in exchange of debt relief. The project is a sort of economic imperialism. It is giving China too much leverage over other countries. And who knows if this expanded commercial presence one day turns into military presence. It has already established an overseas military base in Djibouti. Almost all the ports and other transport infrastructure can serve dual purposes. If it can carry goods, it can also carry troops. And what does Afghanistan have to offer in terms of trade anyway? And another interesting statement came out of the trilateral meeting in Islamabad. The foreign ministers agreed to combat terrorism. Do remember, this is Pakistan, Afghanistan, and China we are talking about. These countries are most notorious for supporting terrorism themselves. And what are they up to now? Where is the Belt and Road Initiative headed? In the last 10 years, it has not quite served any purpose, but will this ambitious plan ever yield its promised results? Or will it simply give China political and military leverage over the others? WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the updates on the move.